Oh god. Okay. Oh, good. My mic is working. Okay. Thought for a second there maybe it was not. Hello? Can everybody hear me okay? How are we doing today? My goodness, kicking down the door already. Yeah, let me get that prediction going for y'all. Get your votes in. Thank you, Nickel. I gotta go grab my toast. I'll be right back. I'm only scrambling to get ready. It's fine. Oh, sleepy today? Yeah, that was me too. I was struggling to wake up. I did update my computer last night, so if anything seems like it broke, please do let me know. I feel like Windows always breaks something when it updates. You guessed no 6 times? Okay. Anyone else wish to scream into the void? Daily. Nice 5-stream streak, Mambo. Good job. Lurking in silence because Traders is on? You gotta give us updates. The global stresses woke me up at 3:30 and I stayed that way until 7. This is where we all need to be, just in the bed. Relaxing. Oh yeah, Scarlet. Oh, I'm sorry, Zephyr. You have to write an entire essay tonight? Better get on it, Alex. You've had 2 weeks to work on it? Well, that's just 2 weeks for you to procrastinate until the last minute, right? Hi, potato. Okay. The prediction is done. The ad break is done. Let's play Pufferdole. Y'all might see my toast for a second here. Boop. Toast. Okay. Yeah, 2 weeks to stew and think, 1 night to make an essay. Exactly. Oh, okay. Oh, we get our treasure, which will do nothing. Alright, let's see here. Let's see if I can get it in one go. I'm kind of feeling like something ocean-y. Might just go herring again. Okay. There you go, guys. I'm sorry, Nickel. I don't know the answer. That's the risk you take. Alright, season is not correct. Weather is correct and location is correct. Time is not correct. So it's not any time. And it's not just spring and winter or... Well, now I am wondering if it's tuna. Okay. Oh my god. I was about to be like, I was between the herring and the tuna. If it had been the tuna, I would have felt so bad. Okay. So the location is only partially correct. So it's not found in Ginger Ocean. But we do have... It is a spring and winter fish found during any weather conditions in the ocean at any... No. At... From 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. That is so specific. There's no way we're not getting this with the next one. Like, that is so specific. What do you say it was? Summer and winter? We'll start with looking for summer and winter. I feel like that's going to be the easiest because there can't be that many fish that are specifically summer and winter in the ocean. Did I skip? These are not, like, a lot... Most of these are not ocean fish, too, so... What else is an ocean fish? What the? Oh, here we go. It's the red mullet. It's got to be the red mullet. There we go. Okay, I just was not clicking on it every single time. There we go. Yeah, it's based on how much you put in and, like, I guess how much other people put in. And, like, how big the pool of winners is versus the pool of losers. Like, it's all this fucking gambling math. I don't know. But it makes sense. Okay. Let's do this. This thing is getting so big. I got my new little tiny scissors. That's what she said. Oh my god. Look at how cute they are. They're so eeny weeny. That's also what she said. I love them. Just eating my toast over here. You want to crochet, but you don't you don't know what you want to crochet. You need to get a pair of baby scissors? I have so many pairs of baby scissors. Hang on, this is a good one for traveling with. These are the fold-up ones. So that's good for traveling. I put this cord on them so that I can hang them up on my bulletin board. And then these are also good for traveling. They're even smaller. I just got these a couple weeks ago. Because they have the cap that goes on. I love tiny scissors. The yellow one makes you think of a bee. That's cute. Wish you brought your crochet for your lunch break. Oh. Enjoy sitting. I feel like I never had time to really do anything during my lunch breaks. I always felt like eating took so long. The star top? Okay, Mambo, that's gonna be cool. I was gonna say, if you couldn't think of something, you could always poll us with options, but it sounds like you've got it figured out. You snarfed your snacks. Went down too easy. Gonna trim the bottom of this a little bit. There we go. It's in a better spot. I like to try and keep the row that I'm working on close to the center of the screen. I just feel like it's easier for me to find it when I do that, so I periodically trim the bottom of the image. Oh, that's sweet, Mumbo. Hi, Shy. How are you doing? One person poked your project? That's so weird of them, Scarlett. Yeah, that's the thing about taking lunch breaks with a bunch of people who aren't introverts, is that they are like, oh, this is my time to like chat and socialize. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why don't you just want to like sit in silence and regain your composure? Like, you go out to your car? Yeah. Even with your headphones on, people still talk to you? Jeez. People need to get a clue. That's when you hit them with the, I can't hear you, and just don't take them off. What the fuck? That is so gross. That is such gross behavior, Scarlett. Yeah, school is like that, Alex, but people don't actually get to tell you that when you're an adult. They act like they do, but they don't. Well, I guess if they're your employer, they do, but... Yeah, teachers are so anti-headphone most of the time. In the teacher's defense, it's hard looking after a bunch of kids. I do not envy them that. There were like 10 teachers there. Yeah, well, a kid wanders off or something. That can still happen no matter how many teachers you have. Like, it sucks, don't get me wrong, but looking after kids is like a really big deal, so. It's been 2 years and you still hate him? I mean, fair. Hi, Frazzle Duck, how are you doing? Thank you for the 3 stream streak. Crocheting's going pretty good. I actually finished my first 2 projects of the year last night. Just small stuff. My aunt asked me to make her a couple of hats, so I got those finished up. So I'm really trying to keep track of every single thing that I do this year, though. On break from work? Thanks for stopping in. Oh, and now there goes Nickel. You're trading places. Thanks for hanging out, Nickel. Have a good rest of your day. At least Nickel was here to do the prediction. Got to lose channel points. Oh my god, Scarlet! That is so funny. You're wasting time at work because you decided you did enough work. Remember neurodivergence. Protect your peace by never letting them know how much you can do. They'll get complacent and start expecting it. Officially home. Welcome home, Shy. You do too much at work, but flat out tell them you don't do overtime? Hell yeah. Goal is 20 patient charts a shift and you did 25? I think you're excused, yeah. Oh, Scarlet, you don't know how to line it? Is it a weird shape, or is it just that you don't know how to do the liner in general? Gotta look at so many tutorials. It's pretty easy, fortunately. Like, the most straightforward sewing you can do, pretty much. Coworkers tell you you must be rich to refuse overtime. People don't understand that, like, you can't just abuse your body your entire life and then expect to go have a good time when you're older. Also, like, who wants to do that? Like, I don't understand people's priorities of, like, I'll just make my whole life miserable and then someday when I'm like 60, I'll get to do whatever I want. And it's like, you want to spend that much of your life being miserable? Like, what if you just had a little bit less now? Like, I don't get it. Also, like, none of us are getting to retire anyway. At least we get real jobs. Don't worry, Alec. You'll get one soon enough. People are gonna be foaming at the mouth waiting to exploit your 18-year-old unskilled labor. By the time you're in the job market, everything will be AI. Don't worry, they're still gonna let you sling fast food. Also, like, you say that the job market is hard right now. It's hard to get hired right now. Your nephew doesn't even have a GED and he got a job. Yeah, especially where you are, Alex. Like, I feel like people in the Northeast are so much more lenient about the qualifications that you need to have to get hired. It's really refreshing. Like, I'm from Georgia, and you can't work at McDonald's unless you have a college degree. It's fucking ridiculous. Meanwhile, Chick-fil-A's got the 14-year-olds out in the parking lot. Like, it's just all over the place. Riding the job struggle bus, Crojo. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's rough. You meant like a job you'd want a degree in? Oh, Alex. Yeah, that's already not happening. I feel like it's been really hard to make that happen since around the time I was in school and everybody was getting their business degrees, so the market was oversaturated with all of these business majors, and then suddenly nobody could find a job anymore in their field anyway. You have a Parks and Rec degree and there's a theme park opening close to where you are? Oh, good luck, Mambo. I hope that goes well. Yeah, if you can find a place that's opening, that's always a really good thing to like go for and try to apply for, because they usually need more help when they're opening, first of all. And also it looks really good on your resume if you're involved in a store opening or a whatever. No, the AI bubble is gonna burst, and it's gonna suck for a while, and then they'll come up with something new to try to scam people with. Like, AI can't even do the shit that they're trying to act like it can do. So, it's not actually gonna be able to functionally take over anyone's job. It's just making more work for people right now. They lied to us and we're like, there are so many people in this field. There's so many jobs in this field. Didn't tell you that only 3% of people in your profession work in mental health because there are no jobs. Yeah. It's a big name resort that'll look good on your resume. Hell yeah, Mumbo. Fingers crossed. Yeah, me too, Scarlett. I'm so over having to fucking hear about it. I'm so ready for all of the annoying, like, oh my god, did you know that this is actually bad? Like, yeah, I did. Sister had to change her major 2 times because there were no jobs. Yeah, just be like me and don't go to college because you're expecting to get a job out of in your field. You know, I have an art degree, and so for me it was like I'm not going for because I think that my major will get me a job because I know it won't. Um, I'm going because then I can just have something to show. Like here's my I have a college diploma. Uh Hopefully that counts for something. Cuz like a lot of jobs they don't necessarily care, you know, unless it's like something very specific, but like retail and things like that. They don't care what your degree is in as long as you have one. So fuck it. Alternatively, don't go to college, go to trade school. People act like there's no jobs, but you always need plumbers, right? Yeah. Teaching, uh, teaching's a rough area. Teaching's rough. It's not, teachers are not receiving a lot of funding, so, but yeah, I mean, I guess we'll always need math teachers, right? Yeah, wish you'd started in a trade school for welding or woodworking, for sure. I would have loved to go to trade school for welding. Welding is fun. Probably would have destroyed my body, though, so. Water time, thank you, Rinstarian. I mean, I say pursue what you want to pursue, you know? Like, go for it, regardless of how realistic it is, because there are plenty of more realistic career options out there that nothing is a guarantee, right? There are no guarantees. So there's no point in passing up on the things that you care about because you're assuming something else will be guaranteed to get you what you want, right? So go for what you're interested in, and then odds are you can always apply those skills to something else if you need to. But at the same time, don't assume that anything is a guarantee, right? Don't assume that getting a degree in this one thing means you're guaranteed a job, because nobody is guaranteed anything right now. Like, nobody. So yeah, do what you want, because then at least you got something out of it, right? At least then you are going to go and learn about something that you wanted to learn about and that you find interesting and fulfilling. And that's the other thing too, is like, you still need to get through college, whatever you pick. So pick something that you think that you can get through college pursuing. Because like, it doesn't do you any good to go after a degree that is too difficult on you and then fail out, right? That was the other reason I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get my art degree, because I barely survived college as it was. I don't think that there was any other degree I could have gotten that would have made that more tolerable. It would have only made it worse. So like, make the decisions that you make for you, not for the economy, because the economy is not going to have your back regardless. So whatever you pick, make it something that you are actually going to feel like you got something out of it at the end of the day, no matter what happens. Yeah, you don't have to know now. You can change your mind so much. You can change your mind when you start college. You can change your mind in the middle of college. You can change your mind after college. You can change your mind when you're 50. Like, they make everything seem like it's this human assembly line when you're younger, and then you honestly get out of high school into college, and you start to realize just how much of an illusion that all is, and how on your own you really are, and that things are what you make of them. And you really start to see how many options you have, and in a lot of ways that's very overwhelming. But I think if you go into that anticipating that and looking for the joy in that, is maybe easier on you. That's why a lot of people will go through school and get through school and just completely like stall out, because all of a sudden they're completely overwhelmed with the fact that there's no trajectory for them anymore. There's no more linear path. And then they go to grad school. Not having a set thing you're required to do sounds genuinely terrifying. That's gonna be your life someday. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you that. I think a lot of people put up with really bullshit employment options because that is so scary. You know, like the only thing that they can comprehend is putting themselves in another situation where somebody is just telling them what to do, because even as much as that sucks, it's all we're trained for it. We're trained for it from the time that we're children, right? I think in a lot of ways, one of the limitations of the education system that we have put in place is that it it teaches us a lot of things, but it teaches us those things in a very specific and rigid framework, and it doesn't necessarily. Maybe some schools are better at this than others, but I think that it doesn't necessarily teach us how to find information ourselves, find opportunities for ourselves, like figure out what comes next for ourselves. Like there's a lot of independent thinking that is left out of our education system. And that's not to demonize that method at all. It just, I feel like it's an oversight, really. Partially I do think that it's intentional because capitalism. But I think for the people who aren't evil, it's oversight. And um I think it's one of those things that you kind of have to like be aware of. I think that it's good to be aware of that. Yeah, once the fear is gone, it's kind of like, it's scary to be like I am directionless, but then it's also very liberating to be like I can do whatever I want. And I can do anything I want. The only thing stopping me is me. And then you move across the country, you know? And everybody goes, "How did you do that?" And you tell them, "You just do it." You know? You got to stop assuming that you can't do it. Also, like having some money helps, as in most things, but I know people who got out here with a lot less than I had, and they made it work for them, so. Yeah, money is important, and so is the support system. It's true. Know what else is important? Water time. Thank you, Scarlett. Also eating my toast. You live in the UK and you felt so lost when you left school. So you moved to the other side of England, cut off toxic family members, and ended up with 32 animals. I love that for you, Jay Cooper. You just never know sometimes how things are going to go for you. Yeah, did you move across England and open a farm? Sorry, Babo. Mumbo's like, how did you know about my 32 animals? It feels like one, but it's just you and your fiance's house. 4 harness trained cats. Oh my god! 1 dog, a parrot, a frog, lizards, and 23 snakes. Oh my gosh. That's cool though. I love all of that. I love snakes, I love frogs, I love birds, and dogs and cats. That sounds amazing. Mambo, be honest. Are you DB Cooper? It was Mambo the whole time. Wouldn't you like to know? Oh, I realized when I was listing off things that I love, I for some reason skipped over the lizard. I also love lizards. So I love all of them. I love lamp. Lizard. Is that movie even out yet? It's so funny to me what a sensation that meme is. I don't even know what the fuck that's for. I feel like everybody watched that trailer for whatever that was, and nobody took away any information about what it was advertising. We just only lizard. Your old man dog is snoring so loud. Oh, I miss Miss Judy Woo's snore sounds. She had the loudest snore because she would sleep with her face smushed flat against the ground. How's the project for her going? I haven't started it yet because I have been working on hats for my aunt, but I will probably be able to start on that soon. I need to make the grid for her portrait first. So I have the reference picture I want to use, but I need to make a chart. Yeah, Scarlett, absolutely. Absolutely okay. I will definitely give y'all updates when I actually have something to show you. I feel I've been like so like frustrated this week because I feel like I have so much to do and I'm not doing like anything. And then I get overwhelmed and then I just play Animal Crossing. It is a vicious cycle. "2026 has been a bitch for everyone already." Yeah, what a fucking year it's shaping up to be. The new update's out. Yeah, it actually came out yesterday. So I have played some of it so far. There's some cool additions for sure. I don't know if we want spoilers or if you want to discover things for yourself, but it's nothing like crazy. Like I'm sure you've already seen it from the trailers and stuff, but I mean, there's some stuff that like I wish that they had done instead of some of the things they chose to do, but you know, it's part of the game at this point, I suppose. Oh, Rinstarian. You'll make a better island. See, now you can just tell us what it's like for new people, you know, how the update, how it manifests if you're new to the game. Oh, gosh. Yes, Alex. Go get it plugged in or something. You got Renee and Ribot as your starting villagers? Hell yeah. I have Ribot on my island. I'm really mad because with the hotel, you can't ask people to come live on your island and from the hotel. Like it's not an option like it is with the campsite. And my first hotel guest is Pudge, and he's so fucking cute. I didn't even know that I needed him until he showed up on my island at my hotel as a tourist. And now I'm really mad because Faith moved out today. Her plot is empty today. And so I could ask him to move in if that was an option. But it's not. Oh, Mambo. That's so sweet. I don't want you to have to do all of that work or anything. I don't even know. I like that's so much effort. It wouldn't really be work. I mean, if you wanted to do it, I would not complain. Um, I would need him today because Faith South is empty today. So, but I leave it with you. I would certainly take Pudge if he was an option. She randomly got Raymond. I feel like that's the way that it went. Like, you know, you only get him if you didn't want him. I think I had Raymond at one point on my island, and I was like, haha, this is so funny. Oh, that's cute though. I'm glad that she loved him. And that's when you tell her about everyone putting him in the maid outfit. Thank you, Mambo. This is how Nintendo gets me to pay for the Switch Online subscription again. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Mambo. Yes. Take care of the important stuff first. You love pig villagers so much? Yeah, what's everyone's favorite, like, type of villager or type of animal, or if you have a specific favorite villager? Like, what are you looking for your island? Oh, Zephyr, that's so sweet. I'm glad that you're getting in some cuddles. How was Traders? I think I love the lazy villagers the most. But I recognize the importance of having different kinds of villagers on your island so that you can get different DIYs, but like I would probably have all lazy villagers otherwise. Pretty much. Although I do also like some other random ones. Like Pee-wee will always have a place in my heart because I think that he was like one of my original villagers when I played what was the last Animal Crossing game called for the DS? Whatever that one was. That was my first Animal Crossing game. So, oh my god, Scarlet. Um, so Pee-wee, and then I also like Hazel a lot. I don't know if she's right for my island this time. I do have their amiibos, but I might see. Just because I'm having a little bit of theming for my island. I don't know that Pudge really fits the theme either, but he is fine. He can come regardless because he's so cute and I need him. Drink. Okay, thank you, Zephyr. Thank you for hosing me down, everyone. I have Chevra and Sherb, though. And my island is called Evil Land. So I feel like I definitely need more goats. Because I think it fits the theme. Maybe I'll get that one, like, scary kabuki frog or whatever, too. Is it the frog? There might be a couple of villagers that kind of have that, like, kabuki theme to them. I don't really remember, but we'll see. I currently have some of the dumbest villagers. I have Claus, which, like, I don't know if you are familiar with Claus, but his whole theme is, like, Roman douchebag. And, oh, there's a cat named Kabuki. I think that there are some other villagers that kind of have a theme like that. You also have his amiibo? Oh my gosh, Mambo. Make some paths in the shape of a large pentagram. I could do that. I never do custom design stuff on the ground, though, because it really bothers me that you can... just wipe it out with your foot. excuse me, Shino? Oh yeah, Shino. Oh, Shino would be great. Yeah, I really wish that because you can put the custom designs down with the construction tools, that if you did it like that, you wouldn't be able to just scuff them out with your foot. Like, I don't understand why it's like that, and it really fucking bothers me. So I never really use custom designs on the ground, except for right now while I'm planning where things go. Because it bothers me that they just come off. Like, you can just accidentally fuck them up. The rhino designs are cute. I have, is it Renee? The rhino that's like the big sister type. What are they called? Like the Uchi villagers or something? Renee is a horse. It's something like that, I think. Can see how I have not been talking to my villagers for a minute. Oh, but Claus. So Claus, he's a bear, and he's like a Roman gladiator theme, and I think he's like so ugly, and I hate him, and I want him to leave. So he likes me a lot though, and he wanted to call me a nickname. So now I made him call me Sir. So he'll send me letters like fawning over me, and he calls me Sir, and I'm like, yeah, you're my little bitch. Let me see. I'm gonna look. What fucking character is this? Oh, it's not. There is a Renee who is a rhinoceros. That is not who I have. She's a white rhino. Rhonda. I have Rhonda. Rhonda's pretty cool. That would have been a hilarious time for someone to join stream. You felt so betrayed when your sister gave you her Beardo? Oh my god. Not fucking Beardo. It's like everyone talks about Pietro as being like a cursed villager, which I agree with the Pietro hype. Like I'm not like crazy about him or anything, but I think he's fine. It's like, no, there's way worse villagers than Pietro, like by a landslide, and Beardo is one of them. My god. What a little freaky weirdo. I also like, what is it, the snooty villagers? Sometimes they really piss me off. Oh, I need Kiki again. I had Kiki at one point. I think I need to get Kiki again. Kiki is so cute. You gotta, yeah, look up the weirdo. Weirdo Beardo. And Hippo? Oh my god. It's like there truly is something for everyone in the Animal Crossing world. Berlin keeps kicking you. Well, what are you doing to deserve it? That's what I want to know. His bad leg is kicking your bad leg. Oh. Surely the little innocent baby has a reason. This baby is not innocent. He's just a baby. Yeah, why does Beardo look like he has a leotard of pubes? Exactly. Like, put your bush away, please. CNH Merkin. Yeah, it's the new, what is it, the new Skims line or whatever? That's why you had to Noah's Ark that island. Honestly, maybe it's for the best. Oh. He's got a hot spot. Poor baby. Be right back, 1 second. Am I silent or was I silenced? Just got a little quiet for a second. I was eating my toast as well. Be right back though. I return. You have like 3 whips you're supposed to be working on? Oh, yes, you gotta be a lump with the pups. Who else is gonna snuggle them? The lump life chose you and your dogs. Yeah, it was me this morning. It was so hard to get up because I had little Miss Carmilla in the bed with me being my little spoon. Well, that was not the only reason it was hard to get up. I was also just very tired, but she was not making it any easier on me. She'll come in there and she'll yell in my face until I lift up the covers for her. So she can get under the covers. Gotta record the snores. Yes. I love little baby snores. Yeah, my other two cats I feel like don't really tend to snore. Agatha is just getting more and more into sticking her tongue out. So she'll wake up from her nap and it'll be halfway out. And then Miss Carmilla, when she's not being my little spoon, which is most of the time, is curled up in her perch at the top of the cat tree, being a little pretzel. She's a drooler, though. I went and finally got my BMO tattoo finished yesterday, by the way. When I initially got it done, that was the day that I had my first gallbladder attack and went to the ER. So I ended up having to cut that appointment short. But I was able to go back finally yesterday and get it finished. So I can show you all that in just a second. Still looks kind of crazy because it's like very, very fresh, but yeah, it was. Well, it actually, so what happened was that morning I got up to go to my appointment. I ate breakfast. I bent over to put my shoes on, and when I bent over, I felt like I got punched in the stomach and started having what I would equate to like a trapped gas pain. So it wasn't like really painful. It was just uncomfortable. But then I went to my appointment and I was like, surely it'll stop soon. It's just gas pain, right? So I was lying there getting tattooed and it was just getting more and more and more and more and more and more uncomfortable. And I was like, I cannot keep still like this. So we cut it short. We got through all the line art, but we didn't do the shading. And thank goodness we stopped when we did, because I had to drive home and it was about 30 minutes at that time of day. And I barely fucking made it. Like, I was in so much pain by the time I got home. So I came in, took off all my clothes, laid down to try and get in a comfortable position to help like relieve the pain, and realized there was no position that I could get into that felt better. And it just kept getting worse. Like, to a level where I was like, wow, I did not know it could be this bad. And then we went to the ER. So we called the ambulance. So, but yeah, he's finished now. Isn't he cute? Look at his little blushy cheeks. So I got the second skin on there, so he's a little... Yeah, it's such a, like, weird pain. Yeah, hopefully they can figure that out, Scarlet. That's not fun to have going on. Now, why are we doing this? Huh? What the fuck is going on with this? Yeah, that is not okay for... That's what I'm saying. Wow, Zephyr. Y'all are on a roll. Or perhaps a spiral. So what is everyone's island theme? Like, what are y'all going for with your decorating? I'm trying to think about how to describe mine. Obviously, being called Evil Land, it does bring some things to mind, but maybe not exactly how you'd imagine. I feel like my theming is never super strong because I prefer functionality. Hi, Dewey. How are you doing? Spirals are your specialty. Just got Sonic? Hell yeah. The Pooter the Hedgehog. Vanilla milkshake with Oreo and cookie dough? Wow. And you didn't bring me any? I could fuck up a milkshake right now. Uh-oh, Scarlet. You're being influenced. Merlin left? Oh. Come back, Merlin. We missed the kicking already. New Leaf, that's what it was. You've played about 10 minutes on New Leaf and couldn't get into it? I mean, I will say, I feel like New Horizons is pretty different from New Leaf. Like, not in terms of, like, the format. If the format is not what was doing it for you, then I get it. But, like, in terms of the functionality, for sure, and the decorating capabilities, New Horizons is definitely better, but... I mean, it's still, like... The format is still the same, pretty much. But if you don't already have a Switch, definitely not worth buying a whole entire fucking Switch just for that. I don't. If you're thinking about getting a Switch too, though, anyway, maybe an opportunity. And by not worth getting a Switch just for that, I mean if you've already played New Leaf and you weren't into it and you just want to try New Horizons, like, yeah. Because I definitely got a Switch just for Animal Crossing, but I already knew I wanted to play it. You want a Steam Deck? Yeah, I get that. You need to use that trick to wrap your embroidery thread? What, putting it around your wrist? Helps a lot. Anyone want to give you a functioning brain? Oh, does anybody actually have one of those in here? Oh yeah, Cooper, that's definitely the hard part, isn't it? Shit's also expensive. You have your second book square done? Hell yeah. Steak deck also sounds good. Rare peek in it. Did I pop in? $70 to go, indeed, Aurora. How are you doing today? Big sneeze. Got your work task done? About to continue your leg warmers you started on Sunday? That sounds so fun. Are you doing a fun color or pattern or anything for them? You're going yarn shopping tomorrow? Hell yeah. You're trying to use what you already have? Oh. You're gonna do denim blue and one cobalt. Put an accent of the opposite color on each of them? That's fun. Loungewear tanks and shorts patterns. Let me see here. I think that, one second. I might know of a shorts pattern. Didn't I look at one actually? Now that I'm thinking about it, I may have oh gosh. Did I save it? Please tell me I saved it to something. Don't do that. No, I just saved the knitting one. I will look into it later. Sorry, YouTube. Oh, good tip, Aurora. Thank you. What's the plan when it's done? Yeah, I am going to be mounting it essentially, um, and hanging it on the wall. Hopefully the ad break has not gotten you. Okay, you can hear. Yeah, so I'll be going over like the whole finishing process once we get to that point of like how that's gonna work. And then there will be like an entire stream dedicated to like just tying knots so that all of these loose ends are secured against something. But no end weaving. Water time, thank you. You're still at work, but you're dreadfully bored? Oh no, Nickel. Eat my last little bit of toast here. Toast time indeed. A long time ago, that was my channel branding, actually, was toast. Your dad asked you if you want a walking stick? I'm so good at being still, you thought stream lagged. You can see the buffering happening in real time, but it's actually not, it's just me buffering. You're so ready to go to bed? Well, then get some rest. Or are you waiting for a specific time? It's almost 10 p.m. for you. That's bedtime. Only halfway to chaos time? Yeah. That's when you conked out yesterday? Well, that's good. Some consistency. like I had to get up early yesterday, so I was expecting to be tired early. Nope, stayed up until like 2:30 in the morning, which was very good for having to wake up again today, so at a specific time. I feel like that always happens to me, where it's like if I get up early for something, I stay up all day. Alternatively, I crash like immediately. There's like no healthy middle ground. I don't do that thing that people do where they like get up at 6 a.m. consistently and then they get tired at like, I don't know, what's a normal bedtime? I guess 10. They just get tired at the same time like my body does not do that. Yeah, mute me and see where you wake up. Yeah. It's definitely the most fun when like you get passed around multiple times. um I've had that happen to me before where I left my computer up and went to bed, and when I came back in the morning, like I was still in a stream like 10 hours later or something. I feel like that happens a lot when like there's a new Pokemon game or something, like people really want to keep it going. Today you woke up at 6, and have made the switch to decaf. Your brain is mush. Oh no. Welcome back, Mambo. Coffee sounds good. Is there a way to make Twitch turn itself off after a certain time? I don't think so. Um, I don't know if you could like adjust your settings so that you don't automatically join raids potentially, but because that'll happen to me sometimes where it's like I just don't get swept up in the raid, like it doesn't automatically move me, and I'm not sure why, so I don't know if that's like a setting that you can tweak, because I think on mobile it'll do that to me. My arm is so sore. I was not expecting that today. Like, I know that seems silly to say after getting a tattoo, but like, it's like muscle soreness is what it feels like. Got lots of good insight from your partner. Hell yeah. I got my tattoo finished yesterday. Oh, you might not have been here for that. So, when I first got BMO done and I got the line art done, that was the day that I was having my really bad gallbladder attack that sent me to the ER, so it never got finished. So yesterday I went back and actually got the shading and everything finished. So now I feel like he balances out Krobus much better. But I have I did end up picking out like one of my next tattoos while I was there. I was like, I want that. So I may be getting, well, I have another one that I'm looking at as well. I just want tattoos, man. Give me the tattoos. And like, if I'm not gonna be in Portland after this summer, I really feel like I gotta take advantage of all the Portland tattoo artists while I'm here, right? Portland has such a great tattoo scene. Don't think it's an option. Yeah. You could always like, I don't know if you're on your computer or your phone, but sometimes you can adjust the settings for your actual like device to go to sleep after a certain amount of time. So even if you can't get Twitch to kick you out, you could get your computer to like go to sleep after like, you know, an hour or whatever. Yeah, putting it in sleep mode. Absolutely. Let's see. Cut some of these guys loose. Love the thought of Sleeping Zephyr going from stream to stream. Yeah. Make sure to pick a good raid. I'll do my best. You want coffee, but it's 4 p.m. I also want coffee. I might have to go make some coffee. Could have decaf coffee. I also want like a warm compress for my arm or something. Ugh. I feel like I lifted weights yesterday. You don't have any in the house? No. Of course there was no one and nothing in the store until you brought the stream up? Yeah, of course. You should just put me on for the customers, right? Don't do that. I am not well behaved enough to be customer facing. It's when I start talking about making claws my bitch again, you know? Really get Nickel in trouble. You will persevere. Oh, do you have tea? Maybe you could make tea? You've convinced multiple people to buy candies today and it's not even an incentive? Hell yeah. Influence them. Scared if you get up you're gonna lose your mojo? Yeah. That's understandable. Oh, yeah, that's a rough one, Mambo. Fuck yeah, Nickel. I know, that's how I feel about myself going to the gym and then eating, like, 3 zebra cakes. Why, yes, I can do both. I feel like sometimes when it's like that, you kind of have to figure out how to come at it sideways, you know? Well, I mean, not always. Sometimes it just is like, your brain is trying to tell you I need a break and you don't know how to listen to it, but, I feel like sometimes I have to make my environment right to, like, remind myself, like, oh yeah, like, I am going to enjoy, like, hunkering down here and like doing this thing. I don't know. It's so hard to describe though because it's like always different. Your partner's helping. That's good. Yeah, you got to ease yourself into it. He has an extensive background in marketing. Hell yeah. God, marketing is one of those things where it's like, I feel like people almost make fun of it as being like such a stereotype, but also like if you have to do any amount of marketing, like, man, it would be nice to have an education in marketing. Like, marketing is so hard and annoying. Yeah, I'm sure that's nice to have that help. It's like me anytime my computer does anything weird, looking over at my wife like, baby, help me. Sometimes it's like things that I could definitely figure out too if I just sat there and worked on it long enough. But something about things going wrong on the computer sends me into autistic overload so fast. Like, I have like such a limited amount of time to figure out a computer problem before I'm in danger of like going into a meltdown because it does not agree with me. I get frustrated so fast. What the hell, Dewey? What's going on with that? Oh, getting your cover letter to all fit on a single page? Yeah, that is a hard task to get your your brain to focus on for sure. Damn, cover letter stuff. He forgot to tell you that he was staying late. Oh, fuck. Does that mean you're gonna have to give him a ride later? Oh, yeah, hopefully so. Oh, not the that's the worst part too. That's like when you're already having to go out at such a shitty time. scratch my ears. Oh my god. Maybe I should put that coffee on. Welcome back, Scarlett. You're gonna make coffee and take a fat nap? Hell yeah. There's nothing like an after work nap, truly. You just feel like that little girl that's like, I'm gonna take a nap right here. Jealous of the full caffeine coffee? I'm sorry. Hey, look, I paid my dues. I was going without any coffee for 4 months. Three stream streak. Thank you, Jamcat. Your husband loves sending you that meme. Tempted to say fuck it, make coffee anyway. Hey, maybe it'll help you with the writing. Oh, your roommate thinks your heart is rebelling? Yeah. I mean, at least decaf coffee tastes the same. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna brew that really fast, y'all. I'll be right back. Okay, somebody remind me to go grab my cup in like 5 minutes. Oh, Mambo. Please take it easy. You don't know what the '07 is? Yeah, there you go. That's fair if you've never seen it explained. You're you're old. I feel like the '07 is like old emojis. Like from when we only had the text, you know? But maybe I'm wrong. It has old energy, but you've never seen it? Hmm. It does have old energy. It offends me that the kids aren't using the XD face anymore. Laugh like a normal person, God. You got made fun of for saying emoticon out loud because everyone has started saying emojis. I feel like emoticon is different, though. Like, emoji is like... I feel like when I say emoji, I specifically mean, like, the drawn art ones. Like, emoticon... Like, '07 is an emoticon, you know? Or, like, the really old emojis that were, like, line drawings. That were, like, teeny tiny. You could barely see them on, like... Deviant art and shit. RAR XD? Yeah. Glomping? Oh my god. No, glomping needs to stay dead. To be honest. Don't let the kids bring that back. Glomping was way too much of an excuse for people to be touching people that they did not need to be touching, okay? That's all I'm saying. Glomping culture was the worst. Yeah, you had permission. See, that's exactly the thing. Like, way too many people doing that shit and not having permission. Don't glomp randos. You say that like it's common sense, but that's what people acted like. I mean, even your friends sometimes. Like, I had a friend for a while when I was in college who would just run up and grab people's boobs and thought that was fine because she was a girl. And I did not stay friends with her for very long. You bit her? Fuck yes. Yeah, normalize biting people when they do something inappropriate, honestly. As you should. As you should. I think it's truly an iconic response. Yay, growth. Yeah, I don't know if this girl ever learned her lesson. Don't care to find out. It's been way too long for me to give a shit. That was freshman year too, so very long time ago. Yeah. Do not have the energy for that. Remember, kids, it's still sexual assault even if you're the same gender. Yeah, harassment doesn't just wear pants, for sure. Your glomping was privileged. I'm glad that you had a positive glomping experience. I know people used to do that at cons too. They would see a character that they really liked, and they would just run up and jump on some stranger just because they were in cosplay. I feel like there's still a big problem with that in the cosplay community of people completely ignoring boundaries just because they recognize your character. But that was like crazy. Like people would fully jump. Coffee time. Thank you. Be right back. Okay. I got chips too. Oh yeah, Scarlet. Yeah, people would do that kind of shit way too much. Nickel being the definition of cringe but free. God, I remember this one time when I was so much younger. It was definitely in high school. I went to a convention with one of my friends, and I was not like, I think that was probably my first convention ever. And I was not super prepared for it. I put together this like random outfit that like had cosplay energy, but it wasn't actually a cosplay. It was just like something that like I really like to sew. Like I've always really liked to sew. And so it was something that I like put together by hand sewing it overnight. And it was this sort of like caveman look to it. Um, and so while we were there, I had this random guy come up and ask to take a picture of me. And I was like, sure, that's fine. And he was like, yeah, can we come over here for the background? And he like, I remember him pulling me aside and becoming very aware that all of a sudden I was in this space that was like out of the way and there were not a lot of people there, and he was like kind of directing me how he like wanted me to stand, and I was like, oh, this does not feel right. And like fortunately nothing happened, but I that really made me think twice about like, you got to be fucking careful in these environments. Holy shit. Like I cannot just be letting random adult men be like, hey, just come over here with me for a minute. I'm glad you got some coffee, Mambo. Anyone else old enough to know about the bear at conventions? Um, potentially, I'm not sure if I get what you mean, Scarlett. I'm sure I'm old enough, but am I experienced enough going to conventions? That's the question. I haven't been to that many. They're exhausting. I think I've been to 3, and 2 of them, maybe 4. 4. I think 2 while I was in high school, 1 while I was in college, potentially, and then 1 after I graduated. That's a good thing, then? Yeah, some really sketchy shit happens at conventions, for sure. I think it's such a, like, fraught space because you have such a wide range of age groups coming together. I think that really contributes to things. Fiberfest this year? Hell yeah. Yeah, if we go to New York next year, like we're thinking about, then that'll open up some cool convention stuff for sure. Oh god, an MLP con? I mean, I'm sure that was fun, but like speaking of fraught spaces, yeah, I really want to go to Comic Con at some point. I've never been to Comic Con. I've been to Dragon Con a couple of times. Miss being excited about video games? Yeah, absolutely. I feel like, yeah, like I just miss being in fandom spaces a little bit sometimes. Your coworker called you out for being a filthy homestucker? Oh. That's fair. Not all fan spaces are created equal, I will say that. Maybe it's more that I miss having a positive relationship to fandom space. Yeah, it's quite the read. I never finished it. But yeah, there was a lot of cool. I mean, at the time, I feel like it was so groundbreaking. You know, there's a reason that it had the impact that it did. I don't think that it was undeserved. Does the concept of the Homestuck movie still terrify me? Absolutely. But oh, Faye is here, everyone. Faye has arrived. Thank you for redeeming water time, Faye. Yeah. I too worry about the Homestuck animation. It's like, what a time warp. You're afraid of being called out? I don't think that you should be afraid of being called out. Nobody better be weird about it. Take your pizza rolls and milk elsewhere. Oh, that's sweet, Mumbo. The culinary revolution will have to be separate since I'm a filthy homestucker. Yeah, it's very true, Scarlett. I know that, like, fic writers definitely, you know, appreciate that. I mean, not exclusively fic writers, but they tend to be, you know, not compensated or not appreciated or in the same way that conventional authors are. Creators in general, yeah. Anyone want to laugh at your expense? Oh, well, that makes it feel sad. You need to go back to sleep? Oh, Kiri. Well, if you go back to sleep, you can always leave me on. Dairy heretic. Y'all are making it personal today. Dairy tick. New Discord role. You wrote fics in freshman college and you finally got to nerve to make it 18 plus. And you had a paper due to your professor the day you finished that chapter. You're scaring me, Scarlett. Oh, no! No, I knew you were gonna say that. I didn't want to believe it. Oh. You aced the class. Hopefully they didn't, like, actually read the whole thing. Hopefully they opened it, looked at it, saw that it was clearly the wrong file, and went, oh, you sent me the wrong thing. Please tell me that's what happened. Maybe they actually read it and they just really enjoyed it. You know? Maybe they were a fan the whole time. It was a creative writing class and they wouldn't look at you for a week. Oh no! No, that's literally the worst possible scenario. Did you tell them that's what happened, that you sent the wrong file? Or did you find out after they had, like, graded it? Like, how do you... They let you send the correct one after? At least they realized that it was a mistake. Or found out. Oh god, I would have died on the spot. Almost transferred colleges? I don't fucking blame you. Wardbreaker, hi, how are you doing? Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. My name is Jack. I am a crochet and fiber artist. I'm currently working on crocheting the Stardew Valley map, pixel for pixel. So I'm gonna get cleaned up a little bit, and I will happily show you how it's looking. I just finished a row. You've been watching on TikTok? Well, thank you so much for tuning in and giving me your raid today and sharing your audience with me. What were y'all working on today? How were y'all doing? So I gotta update our countdown here to the best number. 69 rows remain. I can't believe that I'm typing. Hey, at least we won't be live for when I get down to 67, because I'm scared of that number. Had to pause to sneeze. You're doing Persian tiles with Red Heart Melange, and somebody gave you a tip on how to do it without weaving in ends every round. Oh, hell yeah. That sounds really cool. Yeah, perfect timing. You're here just in time for 69. Okay, I gotta clip this down here to keep it tidy, and then I'll show you what it looks like. I like how it looks like the name of the emote, because you missed a space in there. It looks like I have an emote called JackEvilBuff69 now, and I'm gonna have to do something about that. Okay. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit so we can see the whole thing at once. At least from top to bottom. Soon enough, this is not gonna fit in the frame anymore. But we have... I love how this is looking. The tears that are happening over here. Thank you so much, Wordbreaker. It's kind of hard to tell right now, but the road is... This is the road on the other side of the tunnel here. So we have started on the other side of the road. We're coming up the backwoods here. And we've already scaled the cliff to Robin's place here, so we're working on the mountain at this point. And then the waterfall is over here, and we're getting very close to the quarry coming up. So yes, it's pixel for pixel. This is exactly how it appears in the game. I'm using the actual map from the game as my reference image for this piece. Thank you, Mana. So I think normally after I complete a map row, I do a little bit of cleanup, and then we play some Stardew Valley. But today, I thought you might like to hang out with me while I do some color picking. Thank you, Scarlett. We are coming up on the end of this project really quickly at this point. Not this week, but the week after. So I still need to. So I need to put up an update for last week still, which I filmed for this morning. And then at the end of this week, we'll hopefully be down to only 65 rows remaining. But then the week after that, we should be down to 60 rows remaining. And that is when we will have arrived at the 3/4 mark. So that is how close we are getting to being done here. Which means that as we're entering this last quadrant of the map, some new colors are appearing. So I need to pick out the new colors, and I thought you guys might like to do that with me. So you can see how I go about doing that. So I'm gonna clean up really quick first and get my current colors under control. I have to do this while it's daylight, because I do depend on the natural light in order to pick out my colors correctly. If I do it under my yellow lamp here, like I can work under my yellow lamp because I'm so used to how this lighting changes the color of the map. So I've kind of like adjusted to working like that. But when I'm picking out colors, I really have to make sure I'm using the natural light, because it'll otherwise the colors appear very like washed out, and it distorts the true color of the floss. So it makes it it's not a good idea for when I'm trying to pick colors. Okay, need more of this. Yes, please take care of yourself. Thank you so much again for joining me. Enjoy your lurk, and thank you so much. Is it daylight where I am? Yes. So it's about 2:45 in the afternoon for me right now. So it won't be daylight for too much longer. It starts to get dark around, or it'll like pretty much be dark by like 5 p.m. So water time. Thank you, Scarlett. I'm gonna have to get some more water soon. 4:45 for you, and it's still nice and bright. Yeah, I'm farther north than you are. What's the thing changing colors on the right side? You mean at the top? Right up here? This? Or, oh, this! This is my mouse. It cycles through colors. I was like, what do you mean changing colors? Yeah, I can't wait to have some more sunlight for sure. I mean, I'm enjoying the winter months, although it's not nearly cold enough. It's kind of fucked up how like it feels like springtime out there. It's like wrong. Like I don't like that we're in January and it feels like that. It feels like a bad thing. But I do enjoy like the winter months, but like that's my thing is like I want it to be cold and like commit, you know? Like if you're gonna be cold, then be cold. It snowed where you are. Oh, I'm jealous. I wish we had snow, but it's not nearly cold enough for that. Like even at night, it's barely getting down into the 30s. Yeah, well, at least in Texas, it's supposed to be hot. Last time y'all had snow, everything fucking collapsed. Like, I'm in a pretty temperate zone, but it's still supposed to be colder than this. Oh, I was thinking last night too. Y'all can let me know how you feel about this. So, I've been thinking for a while now that to commemorate the end of the project, I want to make bracelets um in the colors of the map's border. So, you know, the orange and the purple, like these five colors. Um and have them available for pre-order. So everybody who's been here during the time of the project, you know, up until the map is completed, would be able to get one. You know, they'd be pretty inexpensive because it's not like it's, oh no, the ads. I can wait for a second to talk about it. Want everybody to be able to hear about it. Y'all hopefully can let me know when you're back from the ads, and I will continue. Just let me know when Adele has freed you from her clutches. You're back? Okay, excellent. I waited for you. I want to make sure everybody can hear. Okay, so, yes, I'm thinking about having them available for pre-order, so they would only be available for people, basically during the time of the project, and that would also give me time to, like, see how much floss I would need and everything. But just, you know, like, obviously, it's nothing crazy because it's something so simple anybody could make it, but that, you know, the point just kind of be to commemorate that, like, you were here and, like, kind of give you the opportunity to, like, kind of have a piece of the map in the way. But then in addition to that, I was thinking it might be cool because we were talking a little bit about having a raffle at one point. Because when I get to the end of the project, I'm going to do a subathon and stream every day for a week until I finish the map. That'll be like the last 10 rows. I'm going to do that. And then we'll have a bunch of different stuff to commemorate that. So, like, maybe as part of that, I could do a raffle and raffle off some items. And I was thinking I could have some bracelets for the raffle that are, like, more elaborate than just, like, the map ones, right? So you could win a couple, I could have a couple different bracelets up for raffle or something. And I was thinking maybe I would do, like, a pattern of, like, the trees from the forest or something on the bracelet. Something like that. So, or like little buildings or something. I don't know. Like something that's like more pulled directly from the map and more representational than just the colors. So, yeah, I just thought I would like run that by y'all and see what you thought about all that. The money would be for supporting me. I would love to get to a point where I could support charity at some point, but let's be honest, I got to take care of me first. A portion of the ocean. Well, I was thinking initially about having like different colors available. So like having like a selection of different colorways to like represent different parts of the map. But then when I was laying out the colorways, I was like, I don't know, the one for the ocean looks a little bit like too much like the MLM flag, which like is fine, but it doesn't feel like, I feel like that isn't necessarily going to bring the map to mind then when you look at it. Like it's maybe a bit too much mixed messaging. I don't know. But yeah. That's what I'm toying around with right now. Interpreting what I'm saying through hand movements, I don't think that's going to go too well for you. But in addition to a bunch of other stuff too, obviously. I feel like I have so many ideas for what I want to do for the subathon. Okay, we got that organized. So let's get the spreadsheet pulled up. What day of the week will the subathon most likely be? It'll be like a whole week. So it won't be like how I normally stream, where I just do like a couple days out of the week. Like I will stream every single day for a week, basically. Where is it? Okay, there we go. So here is my spreadsheet. I need to mark off a couple of these colors. Okay. So I'm gonna go through first and see what I need to order more of really quick. But I know I'm getting low on a couple of colors. Hopefully I have enough of this one to finish. Although I may order, I did start, I think I'm gonna order one more of that just to be safe. I'm very close to having all I need. I will probably go ahead and order some more of these because once I get to the desert, I'm going to be using a lot of them. So I'm going to pull up the, we're going to zoom out at least. Oh yeah, I should definitely get some more of that. For the, because that's going to be the desert and the quarry and this area up here by the train tracks. So I should get some more of this. I feel like I probably need more of the, well, I'm definitely going to be using a lot of 367. I'm getting close to being done with the bulk of the 505, but there also is a little bit more up here, so I don't know. How many have I been through so far? 31? I should get some more. I should get some more. I'll get more of both of these. Just a little bit. And, oh, I need the 319. God, I need the 319 bad. What about this one? No, I'm fine. I don't need more of that right now. Maybe by the end, but I think for right now that's fine. Ooh, what about these guys? That's a tricky one. Potentially, but I also think that I can wait on that a little bit and be okay. Like, well, probably by the time I get up here, I'll have a better idea of... Let's see, it's mostly going to be this color that's the issue, I think, so maybe I will get some more of this, just like a couple. You think bracelet pieces of the map sound cool? Thank you, Lifu. And I feel like it's a fun way to kind of like get people who don't crochet, because I have a lot of people that follow the series that don't crochet. Like, this is something that would be available to, like, I would be advertising this to like everyone on social media, right? It's not just for the Twitch people, but so I feel like the people who don't crochet, like, it may be a really nice way to like enable them to feel a bit more connected to the project as well. Okay, so mostly these two, right? Because this is... the darkest one, and then the one in the middle of the road is the middle one. So I don't think I'm going to need much, if any, of the lightest one. Okay, so maybe I'll get a little bit more of these two. If Alex were here, they'd jump right on that. Yeah, I could see that. Okay, these should be fine. I'm almost done with the cherry trees. I should have plenty to finish those. Okay, let's get into new colors. So we're gonna go. I think the easiest way to do this is gonna be to go from right to left and look for new colors. You got busy and missed everything. What's this about bracelets? So to commemorate the end of the map, I'm thinking about opening pre-orders for some crocheted bracelets in the same color as the map border. So you can see it on the side here. These colors. There's 5 colors in total. And they would just be like really inexpensive. Hi Galactic Honey, how are you doing? Um, but yeah, I would have those available for pre-order up until the end of the project. So like people that were like here for the map can kind of feel connected to the project in a more physical way. And then we've been talking a little bit about having a raffle at some point. Oh, you used to be Pixel. Okay. Welcome in. Yeah. Um, for the raffle, I was thinking about doing some bracelets that had a bit more of a complex design to them. So like, maybe some trees on the bracelet or some little houses or something, and then those have a couple of those available for the raffle that we would do during the subathon. So just gauging how y'all felt about that. But the bracelets for pre-order would be available to like anyone across social media who's interested. So I feel like that catches a lot of people who like don't crochet, who maybe then have the opportunity to be a bit more connected. So I have a color palette on the side here um, that y'all can't normally see very well, but it holds most of my colors. And so the way that I do this um, is you can see I also have the spreadsheet over here, but I started out just by going through and individually color picking from the map to make a little bank of colors over here on the side. And the reason that I did that instead of this program actually has the capability to go through and pick out every single color that's in the map and create a palette for or from whatever piece you're working on, and it'll create a palette for you over here on the side with all of the colors that are occurring in the piece. The reason I did not take advantage of that is because it doesn't go in any kind of order. So it didn't end up being helpful because it was just like I don't know when those colors are occurring, and reordering colors on this color palette program is actually very annoying. So I've been going through a little bit at a time and just picking out colors as they occur, and then I go through my floss sample book and pick out the closest in the floss sample book. So we will do that in just 1 second. I'll be right back really fast. Tasha's trying to get your chair. I'm back. Oh, bye, Nickel. Heartburn has been kicking you in the rear. I'm sorry to hear that, Galactic. Oh, for the past 4 days straight? That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. I know heartburn is so awful. Hi, Amelia. So this is a program called Piskel app. I am using it. It is a sprite editor. So it can do lots of different things. I am just pulling up the original image of the map in this program because it enables you to zoom in very, very close and really examine things at the level of the individual pixel. So it is very useful for looking at pixel art. It's also great for creating things, but the reason that I found it in the first place is because it is a free open source program that you can use in your browser. So it's very low key for your computer. It's not like intensive. You don't have to like download software, right? So very handy for this project. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to select the color that I want to pick out. So we're going to start with the base of the mountain here. And then I'm going to edit my color palette. I'm going to add it to my color palette. So this is always actually a little bit awkward because it's like not super. You have to like copy the hex code to add it to the color palette. So it's a little bit awkward. And I always like do it wrong the first couple times. So I have it in my color palette now. I just need to save it. So one of the things that I also like to do through this process is make sure that like I don't have a color that's already the same. So I think that this color at the base of the mountain actually appears elsewhere on the map. So I'm realizing this is like the same color as one of the colors. This is actually the exact same color that I've already used for the sewer. So it's funny I said I didn't need this color earlier, but I actually do. I need a lot of this color because it is the same color as the mountain. So I'm going to make a little note here that this is also occurring as the mountain base. So that's color number 1. Boom. I have that one. So color number 2 is this next color. I don't think that I have this one, but I'm going to double check. I'm going to see if I have anything that like comes close. So I have a couple of these like lighter gray colors, but I think that this gray is a little bit more green than anything I have that's lighter like this. So that is the point that I am going to, let's go ahead and copy it and put it in the color palette here. And then I'm going to put it in the spreadsheet as well. So I type in the hex code, and then I do the fill color. Not that. Fill color. There it is. As the same color. And then the other thing that I like to do is I like to open up like a hex color program. I think usually HTML color picker is the one that I go for. And then I plug that hex code into this program just so that I have a bigger swatch that I can look at. This is not the one that I normally use, actually. Hang on. There's a better one. HTML color codes, maybe? Yeah. Let's go with this one. So it just gives me a bigger swatch to look at, which is really handy for the color picking process. So I'm going to put this over here, but just know that that's what I'm doing. So now, let's see. I'm going to get rid of that for a second. We're going to go over here to my sample book. So this has been one of the handiest parts of this project, having this. It's made such a huge difference, but it has all of the DMC floss colors in it. And it's not just color swatches is the important thing. It's actual floss. So what I'm looking at here is not, like, this is why I don't like going through a program on the computer, because there are programs that tell you what's the closest in terms of hex code, but you don't actually get to physically look at the floss and see how it's going to look in real life when you go through things like that. So I think this is so important because you really get an idea for like how the sheen of the floss and just the material of the floss is affecting the color in real life. So I try to compare the different samples to the color that I've picked out to get the closest I can. So sometimes that means that I end up with a color that I'm already using for something else, and that's fine. You know, sometimes I use the same color for multiple things, even though they're not super duper, even though they're not the same color in terms of the hex codes. So, let's see. You can't really see what I'm doing right now, unfortunately, but I'm just kind of holding up the floss samples to my computer to try and see if there's anyone that's like catching my eye as looking sort of the same as what's on the screen. And I'm thinking 524 looks pretty close. So I'm going to go ahead and jot down 524 in the floss color column on my spreadsheet here, and make sure that I don't already have that somewhere else. I don't think that I do. So yeah, and then I'm gonna add over here as well just a little note that this is colors for the mountains. Okay. And so then we're just going to proceed in this fashion until we have all of the colors that we need. So I'm going to pick out my next color from the mountain here. Sometimes I reorder these colors too as I go because it just helps me keep track of what's what. So like I'll probably end up putting the lightest color that's part of the mountains first. So you can see this is the next one that I'm going to pick is the lightest color. So they look so similar, but they are slightly different. And I think it's important too, it's like another thing to keep in mind when you're picking colors is to be mindful of like, where are these colors appearing? What is the context of these colors? So if I know that like these colors look really similar, but they're appearing next to each other and they're supposed to be communicating on the map a highlight, then I need to make sure that when I am picking out colors, I just don't go, oh, these colors are so similar, I should use the same color. I need to make sure that I'm picking out a color that will work as a highlight next to the other color I just picked. So that's where it's a bit more, there's a bit more to think about than just what hex color is this closest to, right? That's not always what's most important. You also have to think about how these colors are fitting together. So sometimes with that in mind, I will even adjust a color I picked out previously, because I may go like, oh, I need to pick out a different color so that I actually have a color that is light enough that I can use as a highlight in this context. And then also, it's very helpful to remember things like basic color theory of sorry, I'm thinking. That's this is a little bit of a tricky one. It's like a little tiny bit green, but I think the predominant quality that it has is that it's warm, and I think that might be more important. So when you're thinking about color theory, you want to remember that warm colors are going to come forward visually and cool colors are going to recede. So I know that I want this to be a highlight, which means even though the colors are very similar, I need to make sure that this color is warmer than the color that I picked out a second ago, because it's going to be a highlight on top of that color. So I think I need to make sure that I go probably for a warmer gray and prioritize that over what is the closest tone. So maybe even maybe 3024. Oh, I'm not typing in the correct place. So sometimes after I've done that too, if it's a situation like this where the colors are directly next to each other, I'll kind of try and see if I can get an idea for how these colors are going to look next to each other. I think that will read as a highlight on top of this color. I think. Yeah, I think they look different enough that will show up. So yeah, you're getting the full behind the scenes right now. Hopefully this is interesting for y'all. You're about to start playing Animal Crossing? Hell yeah, I hope you have fun. Is this your first time opening up the update? Okay, so I already have that color. So this color is slightly different from the main color of the mountain. I wish that the color palette feature on this thing worked slightly different, because it doesn't really function as well as it could. Okay, this is slightly more blue. You opened the update yesterday and didn't notice anything different? Yeah, it's not like a huge difference for sure. It's mostly like some quality of life stuff, but then also go to your pier. Go down to your pier. That's where the biggest difference is. My light is also fading fast. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Hold on. Okay. It's always so funny when it's like, yes, the color that is directly next to this in terms of gloss colors is in fact the one that makes most sense to be directly next to it. So like I picked out 524 for the main color of the mountains, and now I'm thinking 523 will be good for this slightly darker patch that'll actually work. So that makes it easy for me, right? I'm going to reorder these as well so that I... bring all of this back up. There we go. Okay. So next, I think I want to do... I should do one of the colors that's going to come up next, probably. So let's do like this purpley color for the mountain shadow next. This is a pretty color. Be centered, damn it. I don't know what's like easiest for y'all to like look at right now. Maybe the spreadsheet. Okay. So let's see. I'm trying to like switch around a little bit so y'all can still see what's going on. So purpley color, that's gonna still go with what we've picked out. So I fortunately have a lot of really nice purples to choose from, but I want something that's a little bit on the cool side for sure. So I feel like these up here are warmer. These are kind of this. I think it's a little bit too warm. I think I would like something cooler ideally. I feel like these down here are nice, but they're also pretty vibrant. So yeah, I may need to go for up here because the vibrancy is also important. So probably like that one. Yeah, I think that's okay. Is there another one that's maybe... Oh, that could work too. Well, that's more of a blue, I guess. That's too blue. Yeah, this part can definitely be tricky. Maybe we'll go... Let's go 3042 for now. You feel like you need this book? It is very handy. For sure. Oh, I didn't add this one to the color palette. Maybe it's like more blue than I was fully appreciating. Maybe I should go with something that's more blue. Yeah, maybe I will go with 30 actually. Looking at it like that. It's nice to have it too like pulled up on the color picker like this, because then you can see like maybe because of how gray it is, it looks purpley to me, but then I can look over here and see, oh, actually this is a blue tone. So that's very handy to have. Yeah, same thing with this one. It's like seems warmer to me, especially because the context that this color is appearing in. So it's surrounded by a bunch of greens, which is making it look more purple because it has more warm tones to it or something. I don't know. It just like the colors that are next to it can really influence how you're perceiving a color. Okay. Color theory is super wild, for sure. It is really amazing how your mind can totally play tricks on you about what a color looks like. This one is pretty straightforward, at least. I think I want to go with something Ooh, do I want to do... Which color do I want to do? I feel like I'm choosing between a slightly lighter one or a slightly darker one. I feel like the slightly darker one is going to have more... It's going to read more like how it's reading on the map. I feel like the slightly lighter one might be too close. I'm between these two. I feel like the darker one makes more sense. Puppers in need? Yeah, go take care of them for sure. We're gonna go with 3746 for this one. I'm gonna change the font color to white so you can see it better. Okay. Alright, next we're gonna come up here to the top of this mountain. Alright, this is like it's almost white, but it's a very light blue. Oh yeah, you can really see the difference when you put it in the spreadsheet because it's next to a bunch of white. Okay. I feel like 27 could be a good one for that. Yeah, these are all going to be... Well... Yeah, I think 27. Looks like that. But am I not already using a 27? No, I'm using a 24. Just 24. Okay. We'll go with 27 then. If I'm using a color that I already have elsewhere on the map too, I'll put it to the right and so that I know that it's a repeat. Like if the color on the map is a different color, but I'm using the same floss color, that's when I indicate it like that. Okay. Yeah, I really thought that these were more purpley, these tones on the mountains, but they're way more blue than I appreciated. Okay. Interesting enough, I think this is another one where it's like the number right next to it will work well. So I think this is a bit more purpley, but I think that it looks pretty close. So we're gonna go 27 and then this one will be 26. Thank you, Redeeming Water Time, Galactic. I need to get some more. Just drained the last of it. 26 feels the most appropriate there. Oh, you know what though? My monitors are slightly different. That's part of it. One of my monitors is warmer than the others, so that could be influencing my decision making a little bit here. It's just hard because my light is fading, so it's easier for me to see if I go over to this one. I might have to come back to this tomorrow morning, actually, because I think my light is just running away from me too much right now. Yeah, maybe I'll go ahead and I'll pick the rest of the colors out of the map, but then I'll just have to wait to actually color match them. Maybe we can do that at the beginning of stream tomorrow. So I'm gonna highlight these and I'm gonna review them tomorrow to see how I feel about them. But we'll just go ahead and color pick the rest of them for now, because we don't really have time to do anything else. So if I have to hydrate, so do you. Fair. Okay, we'll do this next. That one is so green. It's pretty. Wow. Some really, like, unexpectedly pretty colors back here in the mountains. Like, I feel like you really don't get to fully appreciate them. Like, it's kind of wild looking at the mountains and just thinking, like, oh, that's gray. It's like, not at all. Like, that is blue. Oh. Oh no, don't do this to me. Sometimes the spreadsheet wants to transform numbers into a value. Damn it. I'm gonna have to replace. So it's... Is it the E that's throwing them? Oh, it thinks the E is a mathematical equation. So 578 E99. I'll just have to put a space in there to stop it from doing that. Okay, and then we'll do the colors of the clouds up here. This is another one of those ones where I want to check and see. I have some light blue colors, but I think this is a bit different. But we'll see how that pans out. Yeah, I think I may have, like, another color that I used in the ocean, perhaps. That could work for this one, but we'll see. We'll see when my light is better. Such a bummer that I can't fucking see right now. It's so dim in here. 1, 2. Okay, here's the third color in the clouds. Okay, and that's the right side. Do I have any other colors in the mountains that I need to pick out? This is the same as this. What about this is the same as that? Okay. Somehow this looks darker. It's wild, but I think that these are the same colors throughout. Yeah, that's the same. This is the same colors in this cloud. That's good. And you can't really count on Concerned Ape always using the same colors either, because sometimes he will be like, nope, only this one is different. Gotta watch him. Yeah, okay, I think that's all the mountain colors. So now there's just a few others that we have to pick out. That's almost everything. So, welcome back, Mambo. We're almost done. So I'm going to double check Robin's place to make sure we have already got the colors we need for this. So that one is good. That one's good. Some of these browns I'm not so sure about. I think that one is different, but I think that we can get away with using a color we already have. It's close enough. So I'm not even going to worry about that. What about the roof here? Yeah, that one we already have. Oh, wait. That's that color. This, well, I'm just going to use a blue we already have on hand, honestly, because that's so close. Yeah, that's like not even worth. I'll figure that out in the moment even, because that's such a small area. I feel like we have enough that Robin's house is fine. I'm more worried about the spa, honestly. And the Adventurers Guild. I think there might be some weird colors in the Adventurers Guild. Okay. Yeah, this is like a weird different color. Yeah. So we'll add this. Might have dinner plans with Mom. I won't be live that much longer anyway. My light is not... I don't have enough natural light anymore. The sun has moved too far away from my window. So I'm going to have to actually pick out floss colors tomorrow. Because I realized I was not getting... My monitors... The colors on my monitors are not the same, so one of my monitors is warmer than the other, and was definitely distorting things for me, so... You got the medicine crafting recipe? Oh, gosh. Wow. So you're like you have like a new island, huh? Or is this just the first time you've been stung by a wasp? So we'll label this as Adventurers Guild. Okay, this one. That one we can use a color we already have on hand. That one we can use a color we already have on hand. This one I might need to get something. Yeah. Okay, that one we already have. So we'll get something for this. Oh. Your coffee just made you more tired? Oh, it's like that sometimes. It was your brother's. He gave you the Switch. And you can't change it to your own stuff? Oh. Boo. I mean, you could always restart the island, I guess, but... You may not want to do that. It may not be worth it to you. You finished your resume / cover letter? Excellent. How do you restart it? I think you need to like go into the Switch files. You want to make this stuff your own? Give me 1 second. I will help you with that. 1 second, because I just need to look at it. I can show you right now. Okay. Hi, there's me. There's my face. So we're gonna go into your actual settings. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is correct. And then, user settings, right? No. Yes? Hang on, I've done this before. One second, I'm gonna figure this out. I know this. Is it not settings? Is it? Oh, no, not those settings. These settings. System settings. Sorry. There's more than one settings. Data management. Manage software. Yes. Okay, that's already saved, so I can close the software. It's fine. So then you're gonna go into... Is this not it? There's a way that you can like clear the save data. Oh, here. Delete save data. There you go. So if you go into save data, you can find the game that you want to delete the save data for. Okay, let me do that again so it's more coherent. So you're going to go into system settings. You're going to come down here to data management. And then you're going to go down to delete save data. Hopefully that's helpful. So yeah, it will delete the whole island. You will be completely restarting the game. So your island layout will also be different, but if that's what you want, that's how you do that. You followed along with me? Okay, good. I'm glad we got there together. I knew it was like, I have done this before. I know I can get this. I just gotta look at it, you know? Yeah, Galactic has a inherited island and wanted to restart it. So I was like, no, I can help you do this. Okay, this color I'm pretty positive is a color we already have. Yeah, that's the cliff color. Okay. So that should be everything we need for the Adventurers Guild. So it should just be the railroad and the sauna that we need now. He doesn't use the Switch anymore. Yeah, you should have your own island for sure. You smell tuna casserole and it smells delicious. I hope that means you're getting some. Okay, definitely need something for this. You can remove his user from the Switch as well. You're loading in? Ah, that's so exciting. Well, I guess I'm gonna be getting Nintendo Switch Online again since Mambo is so graciously gonna help me get Pudge. So if you can't do that for any reason, that's also fine, Mambo. But so if anybody wants to trade friend codes, we can do that. Yeah, no problem. Oh yeah, that's nice, Galactic. You deleted your X off of one of your Switches. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Scarlet. You're being used to deliver milkshakes. Oh, I hope that means you also get a milkshake. Have a good night. Yeah, feel free to DM your friend code. I will happily put my friend code in the Discord as well for anybody who wants it. Okay, let's see here. I feel like that's so close to being the same color, but I guess I'll, oh. Not that. I guess I'll copy it anyway and stick it in there. Can always make a note to use a color I already have. It's not quite close enough that I feel comfortable just remembering that. You can start working on Pudge after dinner. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, you have the free features. Yeah, totally. I don't usually pay for it just because it feels like a lot for something that does so little. It feels very silly that you would even need to pay for it in the first place, but okay, Nintendo, that's fine, I guess. This is pretty. You play a lot of Splatoon? That's fair. See, I don't play a lot of other games on my Switch, so it like really is pointless for me. Like it would be a waste of money every month. So I only sporadically do it when I'm actually playing Animal Crossing again, pretty much. I only ever get it for Animal Crossing. So this is the bathhouse. You pay for the annual subscription. That's fair. I think I have done that before. Like back when I first got Animal Crossing or something, I may have paid for the annual subscription, but then I fell off with it so hard that I was like, there's no point in me continuing to do this. Okay, I think this I can definitely get away with using the same colors as like the clouds above the mountains. And then what about this gray? That may be a little trickier. That'll work though. Yeah, I think that, well, oh, this is different from this. Oh, but that's, okay. Yeah. I can just use that color. Okay, I'll have to make a note about that though, because I will probably forget that. Trying to decide your island layout? Yeah, that's a tough one. I'll make a question mark here. Use 598. Okay. And then that is the same color as this. What about this one? I think that's very similar color. Yeah, that is a cliff color. This is the same as that. What about this one? This looks new to me. It's a nice color. It's very like a orangey brown there. You know, the things you want to put on the island, you also want to traverse it a little easier. Yeah, having like a very traversable island is important to me too. I don't really get how people put up with like having their islands where it's like everything is about like forced perspective and like they don't actually have access to like a bunch of 845E34. It's that doing that thing again. Where they can't access parts of their island because of the forced perspective thing. Like, I don't get that. That would bug me. And I also like to spread things out on my island. Like, I think the neighborhoods look really nice, but then I feel like you put all of the actual stuff that's on your island in one place, and then there's no reason to, like, ever go to other parts of your island. Like, I want every part of my island to feel like it has a purpose for existing, you know? Like, to feel like it's being used in some way. Even if it's not, like, a actual use. Like, aesthetically, I still want it to look like it has a use, even. I just really like in video games when things are, like, functional. Like, actually functional. Oh, I didn't add this to the... Like, whenever I play Palia, I plan everything around the actual functional items in the game, like the crafting items. Okay. And then this is a different color for some reason. And so is that. Love that. Oh, that I might be able to get away with using that color. That would be excellent. And this one. It's so red is the problem. Okay. Like, why do we have to make these random things up here randomly a different color from everything else? That's what I would like to know. Your nose lied to you? What is it? What are you smelling if it's not tuna? Oh, I guess this is more of like a wooden look, that's why. It's like looks really red, but it's actually like wood colored. Okay. And then there is a... So this has so far been my darkest color that I've been using for like the sand. There's an even darker one up here, but haha, it is a color that I already have. So I think that means I now have recorded every single color that I'm gonna need. I just need to finish color picking. And then I can do my, what I hope will be my very final floss order for this project. So that was another, God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That was another 24 colors. So remember when I said that this project was going to be 70-something colors? I undershot it. It's gonna be approximately, because I might end up eliminating some of these. So that's -2, so 91, 90-ish colors. That's fucking wild. Water time, thank you, Rinstarian. Let me go grab some more water. Okay, I got my water. It was hot dogs with mac and cheese. Aww. But I mean, that sounds good. Mac and cheese is good. Pudge's catchphrase is golly. I fucking love him. Oh my god. What a baby. Okay, I drank my water. Okay, and with that, it's like almost exactly 4 o'clock. So I think that that is everything that we have time for today. So tomorrow we will just have to start off stream by finishing our color picking. So we've picked out all of the colors that we need to find floss colors for. So we'll do the color matching part tomorrow. And then I'll be able to put in my next order. Pudge Day 1 is already done. You're flying through it. Thank you, Mambo. Let me find somebody for us to raid really quick. Get y'all those channel points. I'm going to come back over here to the Spirit City screen for that. Get somewhere for Zephyr to sleep. Speedy with this new update? Hell yeah. Oh, do y'all want to go watch Simsy play Animal Crossing? That might be nice. I know it's, like, not related to what we were doing, but... Although she has been up for 3 hours, so she may not be up for much longer. Let me check in the, category really quick and see if there's anybody else in Makers and Crafting. I generally am looking for somebody who has like a LGBT tag of some kind. Yeah, let's just go hang out with Lil Simsy, I guess. And watch some Animal Crossing. And then she'll probably want to, if she does a raid, she'll probably also raid somebody who's doing Animal Crossing. So let's go hang out in there. I will see y'all again tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy playing Animal Crossing. Enjoy crafting.